So hello guys, welcome to the video. So we are on part 4 of this lecture series, types of monitoring visit, and we are going to see the last type of monitoring visit, which is the closeout visit. So let's go. So till now we have seen the pre-study visit, we have seen the initiation visit, we have seen the periodic monitoring visit. Okay, so till now the trial got started. Okay, the trial got initiated, the trial got completed. Okay, and after this three steps, now the trial is going to be closed out. Okay, so we have to conduct the closeout visit. So let's see what is a closeout visit. So when a research study, okay, or a clinical trial is completed at a particular site, a closeout visit occur. Okay, so this type of visit can take the form of on-site visit, or in some cases conducted via a telephone call. Okay, especially when it is the data is less, or either it is very difficult, such as in pandemic time, to visit the site physically. Okay, some closeout visit are also combined with final periodic monitoring visit. Okay, so during last visit you ensure that the data is completed and you still have some time on hand, then during that visit you can club this closeout visit. Okay, so what is a closeout or a trial closeout? So it is an act of ensuring that all the activities, okay, all the activities, please note, related to the clinical trial are appropriately reconciled. Okay, they are recorded, they are reported at the end of the clinical trial, so that you know the data is complete and everything is being recorded, reported, and appropriately reconciled. So what is the need of closeout visit? First of all, you ensure that all the data is finalized. Next is you ensure that the data is reviewed and audited as per the protocol and the source is completed. This is the important part. You ensure that the final source data review has been done and the data is clean. Okay, from here the data would be frozen and you cannot make any further changes. Okay, frozen means you cannot make any changes. Next is during the closeout visit. So when does it occur? It occurs when the participants are no longer receive the investigational treatment. All the data has been collected, okay, and there is no any outstanding adverse event continuing. All the queries are resolved, clarified, and appropriate action has been taken. Finally, the data is frozen. There is database lock so that no one, not even the CRO, can change the data, and this data can be moved to the statistical analysis. Okay, so then the data goes to the sponsor sends it to the statistical analysis team, and they review a critical trend which explains if the medication was effective against the therapeutic area, and the study conduct here has ended. Okay, so that is why a closeout visit is required. So what are the fundamentals of a closeout visit? First of all, during this visit, you clearly discuss the timelines, the strategy for the completion of the outstanding case report forms and the queries. You ensure that the site has closed all the queries and the data is in complete form. Okay. You ensure that whatever the IP is remaining, it has been returned or destructed at site, and you obtain a certificate of destruction, okay, from the site. Then you ensure that you have collected the patient data forms or the source and the study forms, okay, such as the screening forms, the monitoring logs, the data. Okay, so you ensure that you perform a final review of the study file documents. Okay, so if there are all the ICFs properly signed, if there is investigational study file which is clearly completed, okay, you ensure the plans for record retention. Okay, so based on which region you are from and your regulatory authority requirement, there is a period of record retention. Okay, so during which period you have to store all the files of the patient record. In India it would be stored for 15 years. Okay, so for 15 years all the source data, okay, source data is stored. Okay, so that is record retention. And you discuss the ongoing responsibility of the investigator. Okay, so once the trial is completed, it does not mean the investigator is no longer associated, but during the period of record retention or the study archival, there are certain responsibility of the investigator. and you clearly explain the site. So during the closeout visit, what are the activities to be completed by the site monitor or the CRA? First of all, you ensure that all the source document is available, okay, in its entirety. Next is on the documentation part, you ensure that all the data has been SDV'd, okay, source data has been verified and all the queries are resolved. Next would be the pertinent essential trial documents, okay, which are collected and stored, and you ensure that the ISF is properly updated. Next would be you ensure that all the source and even the investigator study file is packed and stored and kept ready for the archival procedure, okay, so that the site or anyone cannot tamper with the data and the data is properly packed. Then after conducting all the activities and the trial is closed, then you prepare a closeout visit report, okay, and you send it to the sponsor, which clearly documents that all the activities conducted during the closeout visit, and you communicate to the site and the investigator that are what are the trial related responsibility that you would expect in the future, and you explain them the archival plan, when the documents would be stored and what would be the duration. Next would be, now since the closeout visit is conducted, okay, then after the closeout visit, the closeout report is shared, all the relevant documentation are shared, and the sponsor clearly knows that the site has been closed out. Post closeout visit, the sponsor ensure that all the site data has been properly cleaned, okay, it is stored, and the clinical study report is prepared, and the trial is now completed and no further activity shall be done, okay. So the clinical trial is being completed for all intents and purposes, okay, and the next step would be the study archival, okay. So what is study archival? During this procedure, the document is stored or retained for a certain period of time, okay. So this is the end of types of monitoring visit, and I have covered all the major types of monitoring visit, so that you can now get a clear idea that what happens during the monitoring visit, and you can competently conduct all those visits and get a clear idea. So if you're someone who is looking for a job in clinical research, who is looking to make a career in clinical research, then look no further. Our friends at Clinical Aim Research are doing an excellent job by offering a 3 months advanced certification in clinical research with the fundamentals of clinical data management and pharmacovigilance. So even if you don't know anything about clinical research, they will teach you about everything, and they will also prepare you for the interview, which was the purpose of this video. So you have to not only learn the concept but be prepared for the interview. So please go ahead and contact on the given number, and you can enroll yourself in this excellent and amazing course. So have a look at it. And finally, if you like this video, please make sure that you subscribe, like and share this video, so that we can ensure that proper clinical trial knowledge is being transmitted to all the interested parties, and we can stay updated. So we are Clinical Aim Research, and thank you.